Hello everyone, this is Donnie, aka Elevated with Dota Alchemy. Thank you so much for tuning in again today. This is going to be a little bit of a detour from the patch and meta videos that we've been making recently, and we're going to talk about when you should quit playing Dota 2. And this may be a little bit of a philosophical video, but there's a purpose behind it, and I think that it will actually help you become a better Dota 2 player. But basically what I mean is you don't have to quit playing Dota permanently, but there is something that is very important to think about as to when you should stop playing Dota for the day, or for the afternoon, or for the morning, or whenever you happen to play your games. Because most of us experience Dota as sort of a impulse thing. We tend to come home from work, we come home from school, we wake up in the morning, and we log into Dota because that's our routine, and we press play Dota because that's our routine, and then we play a game, and then the game ends, and then we play another game, and then the game ends, and we play another game if we have time, and then the game ends, and then that cycle continues until either we have some other real life responsibility, or some people probably even continue through those real life responsibilities and neglect them just to play some more Dota. And this is something that a lot of people, I think, experience in a game like Dota for various reasons. Obviously, it feels extremely good to win a game. That's why we play. That's why it's fun, or at least part of the reason that it's fun to play the game is because overcoming and winning a game is very rewarding. You feel smart, you feel skilled, you feel intelligent, and all of these reward systems that are built into a difficult game like Dota keep us coming back, and they keep us playing again and again and again. One of the main things and one of the most interesting things that has always piqued my interest is how your mind works and how your brain affects your performance in and out of games. Now, Dota is very, very mechanically intensive with our hands, with our muscle memory patterns and our combos and stuff like that, but it is primarily a mental game, and it is a game that requires a severe amount of mental fortitude, because Dota is a game that takes place over a long period of time, and within that period of time there are going to be a multitude of mistakes that are made. Basically, whoever wins a game of Dota is the team that made the least amount of mistakes. It's kind of like poker in that sense, where you have to consistently make good decisions, or as good of a decision as you can make in the moment, and then eventually reap the rewards of all of those good or better decisions throughout the course of a game. And that can be extrapolated to throughout the course of a Dota career or an MMR season. The better decisions that you make over the course of an entire season, the higher your MMR is going to be. So what this means is that in the micro, in the small term, the short term, some games are going to be incredibly painful. And that is the type of replay that we're looking at in the background of this video. This is a replay of a game that I just played before recording this video. This was one of the most painful games I have ever played. This is the type of game that you should quit playing after. If you quit playing Dota after the worst game you've ever experienced, then you don't allow yourself to kind of gloss over that experience. You don't allow yourself to just sweep it under the rug and get your next dopamine hit from the next game. Because that's what a lot of us do. We experience a tough game, we immediately queue into the next game, and for many of us, myself included, you end up going, all right, well, that last game was awful because of this player or this person in this role. So I'm going to pick this role, or I'm going to pick this hero that they played so badly, and I'm going to carry the game. Or I'm going to play mid, and I'm going to snowball the game because our mid was terrible. But I think a lot of us probably just take that negative emotion and go immediately into another game, and then we color that next game with that negative emotion, whether it's first picking the hero, just to make sure that you get that role that you have to prove the point in, or whether it's, immediately muting your whole team, or just even thinking that you're going into the next game not being able to rely on your team, even if they're completely different players, you're just coloring that next experience in a negative light, which means it's probably going to be a negative experience. So instead of doing that, just get up, close the game, deal with that negative experience, recognize that it's just one measly, tiny experience in your life, and that in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. That's all you have to do. Not going to happen overnight. Not going to happen maybe even in a year. But slowly, you're going to make yourself more and more resistant, more and more immune to being the victim, being the one who is negatively affected by these hard games. And if you can just keep it together more often and not let these negative games or negative players get to you as much, you're going to make less mistakes. You're going to persevere. You're going to continue to try harder. And that's going to make you more successful. Simple as that. Nobody got to where they wanted to be as a professional or as an expert in anything without overcoming adversity. It's just the fact of life. So overcome the adversity by experiencing it fully instead of trying to ignore it by queuing again and erasing it with your next game. So thanks everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know how you like to blow off steam after a tough game. And we will see you in the next video.